All right, everybody, welcome back. Let's get going on this. We're gonna do this last stage, this time trial. See what we got. Okay, as you can see, the Porsche is the car that I decided to upgrade. Let me give it a little go here. See how we do. Yep, just snug down right inside of him like that. We're going down the straightaway here. Zip it through there nice. Obviously, if you follow the game, you know that we just had a race team event finish that was just basically destroyed by hackers. So that's obviously, no fun at all. My team, we actually decided to just not race. We just, because it was with this car and we'd have been wasting a bunch of the motorsports dollars, and so we just basically set it out and said, we're going to race for the daily 200 and that's going to be it. We had to do 17 races and we did 17 races and then we set it out. Speaking of 17 races, I don't know if I collected my rewards. It's going to be some, big, humongous racing dollar reward, I'm sure. I think we got 2 million racing dollars split 19 ways. So, maybe like 150,000 racing dollars or something like that. Well, I didn't actually mean to win by that much. Collect. Okay. So, let's see. I'm trying to see how this is going to mess with my service if I run this time trial now. I'll go ahead and do it. I really don't want to have to watch ads for service in between here. It's already going to take long enough because the spa race is 12 laps. You guys won't actually see all 12 laps, but it's going to take 12 laps because I'm just going to cut that out. Like I said with the Daytona event, which oddly enough will be posted before this one, but I do not have it updated. I don't have it edited and ready to post yet. So I'm recording this one and I don't have the previous video finished. I'm sure that's not unusual for many people who record these videos on YouTube. But it's not done yet, and so I have to get it done. But I will cut that out. I'll probably race the first lap or so. I guess depending on how long it takes me, I may race until I get in the lead. Hopefully that doesn't take that long. And then I will come back for the last lap. This is a fun little car to drive. Not the best in the world. Was it today? Did Speed Junkie do his patch notes preview thing? Something? I think that was today. I didn't watch it. I don't get all crazy about these patch notes things like a lot of people do. But hey, you know, good for them. Okay. I don't know what that was. It just ticked something. Okay, so that didn't take me into the red. That's good. I'm going to go into this endurance race. Let's see what it looks like. I am not racing 32 kilometers. So I'm going to quit this. I'm going to sign out. And I will be right back. Yes, I'm not going 32 kilometers. Just saying. Okay, here we are, back again. Let's see if we can do this endurance again. Well, I still got to go 10, but that's not 30, is it? Let's put this on tilt B. Alright, 10 kilometers. As you can see, I'm getting all the rewards popping up down there that I don't get to recollect as I'm running the race, because I'm running as a guest, because like I said, I don't want to drive 32 kilometers. It's one of those things. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you have to do it. Let's think smart here. This is not a challenge. I'm just trying to get through the series and be done with it. .2 kilometers, huh? So that's a lap and some change. Yeah, I got a little squirrely there. Okay, I'm not going to pass either one of these two fellas. I will be able to bump up the clock all the way to 90 when I cross the finish line here. Nice and slow, no need to waste any time. I obviously don't have to go to the end. I am going to have to pass one or two more of these cars, but not too many, I don't think. That actually should be enough. I'm going to pass these guys up here unless I have to. Yeah, I can already see 10, so yeah, it's definitely not going to take 80 seconds. I'll probably try to run the clock out, staying behind these guys. I'm not just going to sit there. Sometimes I do this in these endurance races. Obviously, I'm not going to cross the finish line because I don't want to keep going that far, but I'll just run this out a little bit. Has anyone else noticed odd bot behavior? And I just noticed it, I think, when I was going through maybe one of the limited time series here recently. I had gotten the bots up to where it was Oropod, however you say the name, the one that's the top bot here in this race. And then I won by a gigantic amount. I mean, like 3,000. Oh, no, it was an endurance. I doubled the distance. It was like 6.5 miles, and I went 13 miles. And then I go into the next race, and the bots are slower, and it was the most ridiculous thing. Well, that's a miserable fame payout, isn't it? Okay. Okay. Car's completely in the red. I am going to give this next race a go with it completely in the red, because I think with 12 laps and computerized, definitely going to go back to tilt A. I think with computer bots, I should be able to get to first place in 12 laps. We'll see how it goes, because I am obviously giving up a lot of speed. Take as many as I can right there. Get right up snuggled behind somebody. I guess I can't draft. I guess I wasn't close enough to draft. Okay. That was inconvenient. That cost me about probably 40 kph going up this hill. This block. Come on, buddy, push me right up the hill. That's mighty nice of you. Okay. Little drifting. Whoa. This car has decided it's just gonna go crazy. Maybe I'm trying to drive it a little bit too hard. Let's ease it up a little bit here. I guess if it gets too bad, I can always cut the corners. I don't really want to do that, but I'll do what I got to do. I will win this race. Here, get out of the way. Look at that. 11th place now. Mr. Perturb catching up on me fast. Look at that. I wouldn't go underneath there, buddy. Okay. Yeah, I can see now I'm gonna have to cut some corners. I'll show y'all on this next lap how I do that. I'm sure some people do it differently than others. Obviously, I'm running with assists, so I have to take a break and turn those off. Okay, just don't try it. I wonder if this thing could take that curve flat out. I bet it could come pretty close. Okay, pause it. Turn those off. Turn this on for a minute. I may just keep this on. Okay. Didn't gain much there. Turn those back on. Okay, folks, here we are. We're back at the replay screen. Obviously, I haven't edited this video yet as I'm sitting here, so I have no idea where I'm going to cut that. So it might be a pretty abrupt cut. But I got about halfway through the third lap, and then I kind of did some math. Obviously, I'm sitting at 3.8 million motorsports dollars, and I said in the other video that I'm I'm basically done. And so this race pays 156,000 motorsports dollars. So that means a lot of it is going to be wasted, which means that I can do that. And if I did the math right, we're going to see a really, really hilarious result at the end. Oh, what do I have here? I don't even remember where I quit. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have a very hilarious result at the end when you see the number. If you're good at math, you're probably doing it right now. And you're giggling because you see the same thing I saw. But yeah, I was not enthused about having to cut corners. Maybe I'll leave the first lap in where I go through a corner cut or something. I don't know. It depends how long it looks like the video is going to be. But obviously it was going to be just a ridiculous circus to try to win, having to cut corners and all that, and it's silly. So I'm going to be able to go forward with it, and we'll figure it out from here. And I'm already in 4th place. Obviously at this point in the last one, I think I was in like 13th. So this is going pretty good. Slow down a little bit there so we're not right up behind them. And I might even didn't really want to get in the back of them like that. I got on the brakes as early as I could. Okay. Snuggle right up behind him. Mr. Rattlesnack. Stay frosty, huh? Yeah. We'll frost you right over into one of these walls, buddy. As soon as I catch up with our old Pod, Mr. Pod, in the lead, I'll go ahead and sign off, and then we'll be back for the finale. Well, it's going to take longer than I thought, because apparently I don't know how to drive. Isn't that great? Maybe I can get him going down into the end of this, one of these turns here. Right on him. Look at that speed and power going right around the outside of him. You kind of trap them down to the bottom. They can't get that good line off the turn, and they have to slow down a little bit. All right, well, that is just about that. I'm in the lead, and as I said, I'm going to cut this off, and I'll be back for lap 12. All right, here we are, back final lap of this interminable race at Spa. You can see I'm very far ahead of second place. Much better than I would have been doing had I tried to stay here and fiddle around with servicing the red, but here I am, and here we go. And let's see if I can get a draft on this guy going. Nope, too far back from him. Okay. Got one around the corner here. Okay. I'm just ready for this race to be over. Okay, here we go, right to the finish line. Okay, it's going to pay pretty miserable fame, I know that. Look at that, 7,400, that's not all that good. And there we go, 156,000. Let's see what this adds up to. Oh man, that didn't get me as close as I thought. I did the math wrong. I didn't include the fact that I was crap. I didn't include the daily cap. I just included 156,000, but whatever, 15,000. But one way or another, we got a little. There is a surprise coming up. One way or another. Put that in for service. Let's go. $29,000. Would you look at that? Oh. Would you look at that? I went over 4 million. I did that because somebody said on the thread somewhere there was no way to go over 4 million, and I knew that in fact bonuses will let you go over 4 million, and obviously I'm what, $14,000 over, so I must be a hacker. Anyway, that's that, $14,000 over the cap. And, you know, I meant to take a screenshot of that. Let me take that screenshot right now. And we will continue on. Okay. That's that. I appreciate everybody watching. Have a good one, everybody.